Force. Force is an external cause. Force is an external cause which changes or tends to change the initial position or state of a body. Force can change position of a body. It can change its initial state, its shape even. So, effect of forces may produce displacement. If force is applied tangentially, it can change its shape, size. So, deformation generally, sometimes deformation and sometimes displacement takes place. And motion. There are two terms, rest and motion. So first, motion is defined as if a body continuously changes its position with time, it is called under motion. And opposite to it, rest. If a body does not change its position, if a body does not change its position with time, it is called under rest. In previous chapter we have discussed that rest and motion are related terms. Sometimes confusion may arise. If a man is traveling in a vehicle or in train, if he is moving or traveling, then with respect to ground, he is in motion. But with respect to the floor of the bus or train, he is under rest. If he is sitting somewhere or standing somewhere. So these terms are relative. We have discussed many things in previous chapter. Here the chapter is about force and laws of motion are here. Motion means laws of motion here. Force is an external cause which changes or tends to change, which changes or it has tendency to change. As if we apply force on a book placed on a table, it changes its position. Force is applied here and change occurs. But in case of a hard object like wall, or which is some greater inertia, then only tendency of force is to change, but a change will not occur, because it is not very easy to change the shape or position of a wall. But still force is there, because its tendency is to change the position or state. So force and motion. And further we shall discuss about laws of motion. Balanced and unbalanced forces are given over here. If a body is under influence of many forces, but still it is under equilibrium, then the forces acting on the body are called balanced forces. But if many forces are acting on a body and the body moves in any direction or in some direction, then these forces are not balanced. These are unbalanced forces. Because due to the resultant force, body moves in particular direction. So whenever unbalanced force acts on a body, its position changes or motion may occur. There are three laws of motion which we will discuss here, given by Sir Isaac Newton. Laws of motion. There are three laws of motion. First, Newton's first law. Newton's first law of motion. Which states that a body under rest or uniform motion along a straight line will remain in its original position unless acted upon by an external force. Newton's first law of motion. I said a body under rest or motion will continue in its original position unless it is acted upon by an external force. Unless an external force acts on it, its initial position, if it is under rest, it will be under rest. If it is in motion, it will continue in motion. This is the first law of motion. Statement of the law is: a body under a state of rest has tendency to remain in its rest position, and a body in motion has tendency to continue in its position of motion unless an external force acts upon it. So first law deals with two things. First is inertia, and second is inertia of bodies, and second thing is force. Definition of force I have already given. So what is inertia? The definition of inertia is that the tendency of bodies by virtue of which they continue in their state of rest or uniform motion is called inertia. The tendency, inertia is tendency of the bodies. Due to this tendency, they remain in their state of rest or motion. Means if they are in rest, they will continue in its rest position, and if they are in motion, they will move continuously. This is inertia. So inertia of rest is the tendency of body to continue in its rest position is known as inertia of rest, and inertia of motion is the tendency of bodies by which or due to which they have tendency to continue in its position of motion. Two types of inertia are there. Force, I have explained already. It is external cause which changes or tends to change, which actually changes or it tries to change the initial position, state, shape or size of the bodies. This is first law. Many examples of first law are there, which examples. Many examples are there. Passengers in a running bus lean forward when brakes are suddenly applied. What happens in this case? When bus is running, passengers sitting in it or traveling in it are in the state of motion. Because bus is moving, they are also moving with the bus. But when all of a sudden brakes are applied, the portion of the body which is in contact with the bus comes at rest. If they are seated, the portion, leg or up to the waist comes to rest. But the upper portion of the body, due to inertia of motion, has tendency to move and passengers lean forward. Similarly, if a bus starts suddenly, passengers sitting in the bus lean backward. The same reason that when bus starts suddenly, the portion of the body which is in contact with the bus moves, changes its position, but the upper portion of the body, due to inertia of rest, has tendency to be in rest, and the person leans backward. Many examples are there like this, where we will find examples of inertia. We shall discuss it continuously. I have given example of bus in which inertia of rest and inertia of motions both can be seen. But in case of a carpet, if a carpet falls on ground, dust particles stick to it. What happens? When carpet is beaten with a stick, dust particle falls on the ground and carpet becomes almost free from the dust particles. What happens in this case? When carpet is beaten with a stick, carpet, a continuous body, comes in motion, but dust particles which are separate to it, only they have stick due to its sudden fall. They have tendency to be in rest and it comes down and corpus becomes free from the dust if it is beaten properly. It is inertia of rest of the dust particles. Similarly, in many cases, if you can perform this experiment, take a glass tumbler, place a coin on the cardboard above it, and if a force is applied, or if a knock is applied over here, cardboard goes away and coins falls in the tumbler. That is coin. This is cardboard which moves. If over a glass tumbler, a coin is placed over a cardboard and a force is applied, then cardboard moves ahead, but the coin, due to inertia of rest, card comes in motion, but coin, due to inertia of rest, has tendency to be in rest and falls in the tumbler. This a very simple experiment can be performed at home. Try it and try to see the inertia of rest here. Similarly, guard of a train which is in running position runs through some distances before boarding it. Train is in motion, but if guard will suddenly try to board in it, he may struck with the gate or with body of the train. But if he runs through some distance, he acquires inertia of motion and easily he can get into the train. Similarly, in case of if any person comes down, he drops himself, then after dropping to the ground, he has to run through some distance, otherwise he will fall in the forward direction, because when he is in train, he is under motion. So due to inertia of motion, he has tendency to move, but when he will drop himself on ground, his leg will come in at rest, but the upper portion of the body, due to inertia of motion, will have tendency to be in motion and he may fall forward. So to save himself, he has to run through some distance, then upper portion and leg will be in harmony, and so slowly he will come under rest and will safely board from the train or come down from the train.